Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing quite well on this fine evening. Today, we are going to be going through another sketchbook. If you were here last month, we went through this happy little friend, and if you weren't, you can still watch that video right up here. And this month, we're going to be going through this little guy. Oh, so cute. So I made it through 2 months filling sketchbooks, and let's look what this guy has to offer. Alrighty, so it is the end of February, and that means that I have finished another sketchbook, because this year I am aiming to fill a sketchbook every month. So I bedazzled it with some stamps, this sticker which was salvaged off a light pole during a very cold day, because you can peel them off. It's very cool, actually. So we start, February 1st, 2021, and I finished it on today. Let's write that in there. It is February the 26th, also 2021. Wonderful. So, if you remember from last month, this was last month's sketchbook, and look at that, I did fruits that one, and I did them here. Can you find which one is in both? Too bad, I'm not gonna give you time, because we're moving on. This was just starting a gesture course. This was the teacher, Brooklyn Walker. She's pretty cool. These are my characters from my book. I'm actually not super happy with any of these sketches. I explore them a little bit more later in the sketchbook. I am quite happy with this spread. We got all sorts. We got a little elf princess, we got a castle, some little shroom people, nice like flowy water piece, a little shepherd man, some rune stones. I like it. This is a more cinematic, goofing around cover piece kind of for my Inktober story. I really like this one. It's just got a chaotic vibe, and I did the ink wash, and it just puts in Newton frog people, you know? Like, what's not to love? I tried to do a little bit more here. Not super happy with any of them, except for this guy. Look at that angry horned toad. He's so mad. This was just a watercolor splash that I made into this little glowy guy. I don't know. What's the story? Who knows? Some horses, and you may be thinking that under all of these is a mistake. And you would be partially correct, but only under 2 of them are mistakes, and the other 2 I just put there for the aesthetic and to throw people off. This was a full page. This was a photo study, and then I added a little guy because you gotta add some interest. You know what I'm saying? Some architectural doodles, just figuring that out. This one I muddied the colors. I'm not a huge fan of that, but some cloth studies from photos that I had on my phone. I did this on a road trip and it was very dark, so these pages I'm not super happy with. This was me designing a character. I was doing an art trade with a friend. It had to be a chain-smoking adventurer with a pet sugar glider, eating a fruit. So I started with your stereotypical old man adventurer, but then I was like, maybe he's like cool. And then here's a sugar glider, and then here's the design I ended up coming up with. I like that doodle. This was for Draw This In Your Style for Lady T, of her Coffee Prince character, an icon. This was for the Drawing My 100 Subscribers video, and you can watch that right here if you haven't. That was really fun, so I did 50 on each spread. Really happy with them, actually. They turned out really cute. Look, they're dancing. Aww. Here's just inking, just goofing around. I'm quite happy with that face. These no construction lines, just goofing. This also had no construction lines. I just started with the face, and then apparently she's like, what if I press this button? What's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen. This is just some faces. Oh man, guys, I'm reading the Stormlight archive, which is a great book series. So I drew Kaladin from those books, and then this is Shall. Not super happy with that. I want to draw her again. I want to draw more. Not super happy with these. This was, okay guys, listen. I was under the impression that these were like a cop-out, and maybe they are, but they're so fun. I mean, like you can smudge. So much fun. Love those. I don't like this drawing at all. It's way too stiff. He looks like he's a 2x4. That's also a nib. So I was just trying to avenge myself and do some more action-filled doodles. This was for some sketch cards. This is Dwight, Michael Scott, Mario, Koopa, you know. And then I wasn't super happy with that. drew buildings. These were with these funky pencils that I don't know if you can see that. I don't know where the camera is, but the tips have lots of colors, so it's just like whatever like came to mind from that pencil. So this one's like, I don't know, some like Mediterranean, Italian, I don't know, Capisce and America. I'm like, guys, come on. Some flamey girl, I don't know. This is more characters from the Stormlight archive because they're also good. Love that. This is some shard plate from the Stormlight archive. Look at these fancy swords, fancy armor. What's not to love? They're like Iron Man, but fantasy. So cool. This was just during math class or something. It's a substitute teacher, and he was sitting there right in front of me, so I drew him. And this is a chair from my classroom, and there's like a couch and an eraser. You know, just stuff lying around. I was just a doodle, not super happy with it. He used to not have glasses, and normally I draw glasses over eyes that I'm like super not happy with. But they just like were just kind of boring, so I gave him iconic shades. And just Kiwi watercolor study. Look at, they have like matching, complementary color, green, you know what I'm saying? So now we get to more character sketches. That is what Lance is supposed to look like, you know? That's like the vibe I'm going for. I love that drawing. This was drawn with like, without lifting my pen, so I started with a nose, and yeah, that was fun. Then we have oh, this is Lawrence, not Lance. This is Lance. He's got the scar. He's like a cheeky guy. He's got a gas mask. This is Amanda. She's kind of rad-tastic, you know what I'm saying? Then we get more blotchy things. We got this guy sitting there, and he's so sad, and I'm like, what? He's got pigeons on him. Why does he have pigeons? So I had to answer that question. So I drew this picture. Not super happy with this pose. It's really stiff, but it's pigeon night, and I wrote this moving limerick. Pigeon man stands alone, the perfect subject for a poem. But who is this lonely knight, befriended by these birds of flight? It is the kingdom's missing heir to the throne. Little rough, but you get the gist. Why is Pigeon Man not on the throne? Why is he Pigeon Man? I don't know. Then I drew him here, and I like this a lot better, but he also looks like he's evil, you know? And I think Pigeon Man's like a nice guy. He's not evil. He's just having a bad day. I'm not sure. But I like that a lot better than that. Then I was just drawing a little scene, a little marketplace scene. There's Pigeon Knight, a little cameo. This was just me being wild, you know? I spilt my watercolors on my floor, and I spilt my green. So I like got it on my finger and just like smudged it on there. And then I went ham with that little crocodile tape, like a little tape, and scribbled over it. This was during a Zoom call, just a bunch of screens. And then these were a bunch of the people on the Zoom call. And like, I really like this aesthetic, you know? Like the blue and the purple, and it just looks nice, I like it. Then we get some wax paper charcoal drawings, because you put wax paper over the charcoal so it doesn't smudge. Look at this fancy man. So fancy. And like, I just, like when you're flipping through and you hear that, you're like, oh, what's that? I don't know. So that's what that is. Man, go away. Comedy. And this was drawing my followers, so we got, these are my friends, or people that follow me as well. Also my friends. Win-win. Yeah. And there's the final one. I have that same sunflower bucket hat. And she sent me a picture with that sunflower bucket hat, and I was like, yo, I gotta draw that, like, same hat energy, you know? Boom. Like, look at this. Ooh, so nice, so nice. Anyway. And then we just finished it off. Last book, we finished it off with some faces there. But I was like, what if we did like a little museum? And some ancient artifacts. I really like this guy. He's kind of a vibe. And then we got the back. And then a little Thor sticker that I also salvaged from a cold pull. Because you can just peel them off. It's great. Anyway, that was my February sketchbook. Took me 25 days to film, and I did it. And I'm super stoked. That makes 2 in the set, in the box set of Stephen Duick's 2021 sketchbooks. And, oh, here's number 3. I already bedazzled it. Don't worry, I didn't get a head start. So I got a couple days before I can start this. But I am so stoked, man. This has been great. February sketchbook right there. And thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, toss a comment. What was your favorite drawing in here? Was it frogs? Was it charcoal fancy man? I don't know. You gotta let me know. And if you have any YouTube video ideas, let me know. I'm having a blast making these. If you enjoy watching them, let me know. Thanks so much, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.